Matt Harmon, what's up, man? Tiffany, red, pink. Royal, royal. Black thread, pink thread, pink thread. I always question when somebody puts pink on multicam, but we see it. That should be black. Pink, that should be black. Pink thread, red thread, pink thread. Man, a lot of pink. Black thread, tiff thread, royal blue, pink thread. I'm just going to run this while I sew here. I only see the current comment, trying to decide what color to go with next belt. I only see the current comment without touching the screen, so you guys, if I don't answer you, just ask again. These are all small little items that make the rest of the order ship. That's what all this is right here. This is a Cobra lanyard. So I actually put it around my neck and figure out the angle, how I want it to hang. Tack it and then fold it under and sew it again. New fupa setup, big game hunting, perfect, right on, right on. What are you going to be hunting, and where? Have you hunted everything in Alaska so far, or everything in Africa, or what are you thinking? Trevor Berryman, this act, well, speak of the devil, this is yours. Elk, deer, northern Colorado, right on, man, very cool. So I've got one side that has more pattern, one side that has less, so I'm going to put the more pattern on top, fold it under, so that even this inch and a half in between has, you know, more pattern, or at least the best option here. I'm in a buying mood. Any recommendations? 9 o'clock we'll do a live feed on Facebook, and you'll see everything that was made today, and there's quite a bit of it. We also sent an email out that's already gone out tonight, so if you're on our email list, check that. You'll see some of the stuff that we made this week. We have a promotion going. The only way to utilize that is to be on our email list. And if you really want to know what's going on availability-wise and stuff, the Facebook feed's at 9 every night. I do one every night. Where should I put these? I guess I have shit literally all around me. Also a detachable lanyard. When you buy these, you have the option of a Cobra buckle or a Fastex buckle. Next purchase is going to have to see a 308 micro. Need to set up for my AR-10 right-on weapon collection. Should we do a Halloween party here at the compound? Maybe a costume party? I had Nick Ferguson here yesterday, day before yesterday. So that was super cool. He looked over the property, made some recommendations. Told me how to set up electrify a fence so it'll actually knock a man out. I hadn't thought about that. And how to get around it grounding out. Everybody have a great week. Did a lot of shit done. Did you accomplish some stuff this week? Zimanak, I'm sure I'm destroying your name. We ship all over the world every day, man. Gotta find a butcher ASAP. This COVID garbage really screwed up the meat industry. Weapon, man. We have more chickens than we have freezer for, and we've brought in extra freezers. Not little ones, like big commercial freezers. We have so much fucking chicken. We have cow. We're bringing in goats and sheep soon. Zimanak, I'm sorry, man. I'm sure that is not how your name's pronounced. SOE Tactical Gear, man. I don't like that little stitch there. It would bother me if I owned this. There we go. This is a man named Scott Watson. Two steers, different freezers, 2 more ready to be slaughtered. Learn to butcher, man. Buy the tools. We set up poultry processing in the back here. We bought commercial poultry processing equipment. The log splitter, log processor, it got here today. It's a pretty high-speed unit. Has a 6-way wedge, so it pushes through and cuts 6 pieces. Black buckle, both. Pink is on 17, multicam black is a 19. What I'm looking for is where it has the best pattern. This side does. Customer, part of what they pay is for professional process. Well, you're in a bad fucking position, man. We drove almost an hour and a half, well, maybe 2 hours to the butcher. We had to use one further away because everybody's so booked up. And the next processing date we have is, I want to say it's fucking April, man. So you better make friends with a butcher or become a butcher. Bribery works. When you go pick it up, just tell them, hey man, I need one done way faster, and I'm willing to pay for it if you guys are willing to work the weekend. But most of them are running 7 days a week. I think you're gonna find that this is the case everywhere, man. There is definitely money to be made right now if somebody would set up, or even just your deer butchers, man, if they would start doing cow, just added a little bit to their infrastructure, their cooler sizes and stuff. Even if you just ground it all into fucking hamburger. I don't think you've seen the beginning of this shit yet. And it's not just me saying that, man. Guys that usually say the opposite are saying the same shit. If you haven't looked at it, you should look at Ice Age Farmers YouTube channel and Adapt 2030. You should check those channels both out. like it's going to keep getting worse, and it's cliche as it sounds, I think it's the end of America. I think you're right, Tyson. I think you are absolutely right. I've kind of lived in a manner as though this was coming. I've kind of changed the last couple of years, things I've been doing. Really, when we moved to Tennessee, I was moved to Tennessee because I believed this was coming. And here is someplace, I'm in a place where it can happen and it won't change much of what we're doing. Compact turf metapasta slate. Yeah, we need to make them. We have a lot of orders for them. So if you have an order in, it'll be coming. If you don't have an order in, get an order in, and you'll be sure to get one out of this next run. Because we ran them, maybe, I want to say a few months. Maybe it's probably longer than that, but we ran a lot of them. I had fucking 5-6 bins full of them up there, and they're gone fast. This is our D-ring collar. This is what I have on all my dogs. So it's a very robust collar. What am I at here on the mark? 10, 19, this is a 20. So we always assume that whoever's measuring this will fuck it up. So we actually sew it at a 19, so it'll have a little bit to come in if it needs to. But it'll have plenty to go out as well. This is some very serious webbing. It's very stiff too. Oh yeah, it's definitely an inside job. Question everything. I like that. I like that meme. Don't believe me. Look for yourself. There's an animal loose in here. I wasn't sure what that was. It's the cat. Wait till the lion gets here, cat. People are like, what do you breed all those goats for? To feed the lion. Is that? What do you feed the lion? Oh, trespassers. I like a ton of light, so where I sit and sew, it's actually about 15 degrees hotter than anywhere else in the shop. And I bought this. This is a machining light for a CNC machine for a mill, and it's in the way, but it gives me the light that I want. I really need to get a power supply and just hook up like a rigid LED light, like I have on some of the trucks and lawnmowers and stuff. I need to put some of those on the tractors too. I just haven't yet. Headlamp, yeah, I'm actually a big proponent of a headlamp. Headlamp heats up though. You feel it on your head. It would definitely be good for this application probably. I think you should almost always have a headlamp with you at all times. Rigid, yeah, I have rigids on all my trucks, a lot. Like I have a lot of rigids. I went Baja Design this time, and I gotta say, man, the Baja Design stuff stomps the living shit out of rigid. And you can get a $1,600 light bar from Baja, you know, on par with rigid, and they have some $5,000-$6,000 light bars, same sizes. Yeah, the hat's a good idea. A set of the rigid lights to go up on my tractor for snow. So did you get like the D2s? I had the smaller cubes. I don't run anything under a D2 now. The D2 cubes that have 6s, and they got those like 6x6s now too. I know Justin had some of those on his truck. Swinney. Yeah, Baja Design, man. You see the marketing for rigid, and you do see rigid stuff at King of Hammers and, you know, MDR Racing and Score, you know, Baja 500,000. But Baja Design is it's really out there for just high, you know, higher end shit. And the kind of trucks I'm running, I'm not out running my light. You know, we're building overland, you know, doomsday kind of rig shit. We're not doing go fast trucks. So while I do have HIDs on the front of a lot of the vehicles, I don't have to have them on the Toyotas. Small cubes so I can string them on a pigtail and mount the lights on the magnets to go on the roll bar. That way I can remove and aim them where cool. Max Mitchell, man, thanks for being here. edge here I cut. Not sure what it meant to, but it wasn't locked, so I'm just over sewing that just in case. Lock it in. You'll never see it though. Ordered 2 t-shirts to Denmark. Shipping was more expensive than the shirts. In the future, you can add more to it, and the shipping will probably remain the same. Yeah, the specials are good. We shipped a ton of them today. I boxed them. Amanda shipped a ton of them today. Anyone have an opinion on my comment about the felony, Tyson D? I don't see your... Well, you're going to keep getting worse, as cliche as it sounds. Package this week. Anyone have an opinion on my comment about the felony? A few comment. I don't see your comment, man. Maybe there's some I'm not seeing. Amanda, you got nice boobs. I hope that's my Amanda. Have any of you guys heard of a band? It's these dudes that are supposed to be descendants of Genghis Khan. I can't remember the name of them. I know Jacoby from Papa Roach did a song with them. It was fucking pretty badass. My buying mood led me to the Rallyman and Patrol Subload. Any big differences? Rallyman is a Patrol Subload with different lids. The lids are adjustable. They Velcro in the back, so they have more adjustment. So if you want to run AKs, run the Rallyman. The Rallyman is really a freshened up version of the Patrol. And we have a lot of them right here in front of me cut, so there's no guarantee you'll get one out of this batch, but they are on the radar. Isn't the 10% of the world population descendant of oh, I don't know, but these dudes look like Genghis Khan. They should be shooting, you know, fucking stout horn recurves off horseback and shit. The music's good. Yeah, that was a lanyard. Backwoods. That one was... I've got a couple here. This is a man named Brett Ragg. This one. Tyson, I don't see your fucking comment. The filters must see something they don't like. I don't have a way to look at it while it's on live feed. Type it out in smaller words, maybe. I don't fucking know, man. It's getting flagged probably. The Who. It might be the Who. That might be it. Damn and death. And this one is Wilton Harrison Jr. Harris. Oh, that's you. It's a couple up. I see it. I was in prison 2012, 2014, but I changed my life since I got out. Started working and taking care of my family. Now I can't legally obtain that means to defend my family. Yeah, I'm right there with you, buddy. I did. I was in federal prison. I don't own any firearms. I need a presidential pardon, which I'll get. You, on the other hand, your situation might be different, so I don't know. But you need a lawyer, and not a normal lawyer. You need like a lawyer that specializes in that. And depending on your state, like I own archery stuff. I can have compressed air rifles. There's dudes hunting and killing water buffalo with those. There's guys hunting bears with them. They look like real guns. You have options. Move someplace with some like-minded people is what I would tell you. Jack, under federal law, you cannot have black powder because it's an explosive propellant. You used to be able to, and some states don't give a shit what federal law says, but I like to say it's never a problem until it's a problem. But again, lawyer, and not some dude on the internet, an actual lawyer. bow and arrow differently. A way to go for hunting. I think it was Joe Rogan does too. Joe Rogan does archery hunt, but Joe Rogan owns firearms also. Compressed air Glock 19 would be awesome. I don't know about the pistols, but there's some rifles that are fucking amazingly badass. And in a time of like collapse of society, those rules all go out the window anyways, man. Get a Rottweiler. Kangles. Robert Kangles. I did see Steve Fisher just got a Roddy pup. Black. I feel like I just built a bunch of these. Katanas. Fuck, I hope I never have to kill a man with a sword. I do have some swords, though, in case I do have to kill a man with a sword. It's kind of a gray area. It depends on your state, Robert. And, well, it depends on your state. The easy way to do it is just money fixes everything. You might find yourself in a situation soon, a different time period, where those laws no longer matter. My best advice would be don't be in a city. Pretty sure it was a U.S. congressman today or yesterday said that extreme food shortages are coming to the United States. Buy your calories, grow your protein. Like, this isn't just some shit I keep telling you guys. Like, we're literally planting trees right now so that we can top them and use them to feed rabbits with, so we don't have to use pelletized rabbit feed, or in case we can't get pelletized rabbit feed. I bought a walk-behind mower, like a push mower, just to harvest, to be able to bag clover to feed rabbits. We just tripled our rabbit production area. I have probably 20 rabbit cages right now that we're about to put rabbits into. Like I think some shit's happening, and if it doesn't, then we'll just use them to feed raw to the dogs. We'll switch the dogs over. I wish I lived in the States. How are things where you're at, man? There's some crazy shit going on in fucking Australia right now. I die to protect my family. I'd be happy to go to prison again. Let's find some workarounds for that, Tyson. And let's not put that verbiage out on the internet. Like, can you delete that comment? Can you make that go away? Because everything you say, if ever put in that position, that shit'll all be found, right? And we don't want to set that precedence. We don't want the opposition to be able to come in and use that against you later. Perfect. Are you raising rabbits for food? We are. For humans, yeah. I used to breed them for snake food. Really, I've maintained a lot of animals and just bred animals just so that we had the stock available should we ever need them. We did a lot of chickens this year, a lot of chickens, and I've got over 100 egg layers right now that are just coming online. They're just now starting to put eggs out. Best meatloaf I've ever had. That sounds fucking good, man. Bama Dad, who are you? Have we met? Do we know each other? Your guys' names on YouTube are different than most of the other social media. Tyson, man, I've been in those situations, probably at a lot fucking bigger level than you will be, having been through all that stuff. High dollar attorneys, CNN, like I was on CNN 3 nights in a row when they raided my shop, literally like a Hollywood movie kind of shit. So, like my attorney likes to say, he'll say, hey, remove whatever it was I said, you know? And I'll be like, but I'm fucking right. Fuck that, you know? And he's like, I know you're right and you know you're right. But you also know what a federal search warrant looks like. So it's just having the right people around. And what you'll find a lot of times too, you could still go train and do a lot of shit. Just stop saying that. Stop telling people that. Because you having that in your head holds you back more than the reality of it. I came in the last time I was at Tactical Response, bought a crossbody bag, gave my belt to a classmate while I was at the shop. Right on, man. Central Maine is very challenging trying to grow food. Mark, farmer's friend, Caterpillar tunnel, or just cold frames, man. PVC plastic sheeting over your raised beds. I did a lot of raised beds this year. Felon in possession of firearm, Tyson. 1 count. When the smoke settled and everything cleared, they said I had stolen machine guns. They wanted to know about dead girls. They wanted to know about a train car of missing explosives and munitions, like big stuff, like Hollywood shit. My story's out there. This YouTube channel that I'm broadcasting from, I have 2,600 videos. Just start watching them. You might like some of them. About all kinds of stuff, man. About just stuff here on the farm stuff, about sewing, about business, about luxury items. We ourselves hold us back more than anything. I used the whole felon thing to my advantage. When I started back in business, guys really were behind me, a lot of guys, but a lot of guys hated me. Really, it was jealousy, and that's what they would always try to damage me with, was felon this, felon that. Like, I had guys reporting me, trying to get me recharged on shit, like just fabricating things. So I put all of my story out there, 100% of it. on many platforms, so that they couldn't use that as ammunition against me. Like, I have no skeletons. I've told all my secrets, even the embarrassing ones. And it really worked as advertising. Guys from all aspects of life liked what I had to say. And now when there's a shit talker out on the internet, I have so much goodwill. We've done so many people right, and we've added value to enough people's lives that they kind of clobber those guys. Like, I don't have to defend myself anymore. Not that I ever did, but I did defend myself. So. But you being a felon, that's something that happened. That's not what you are, right? So get that out of your fucking head. What I like to tell guys when they say that, I'm like, well, yes, I am a felon. So with all this hang over my head and you having no felonies, why are you not doing, better than me? Why are you not doing as well as I'm doing? Why are you here talking shit on my YouTube channel, where people know me, yet when I look at your YouTube channel, you have nothing there and nobody knows shit about you because you haven't done anything worth taking note of. That's what I like. I love telling guys that. Shit talkers. When I bought my first Porsche, dude's like, "Oh, you bought the cheap Porsche." I'm like, "Oh, which one do you have? Which one did you go with?" I didn't change my life, Mark. I did what I thought was right. There was no crime, and there was no victim. My biggest crime, in my eyes, was just waste of time. Had I lived from 20 to 30 like I am now, or from 30 to 40 like I am now, just imagine where we'd fucking be. What am I drinking? I'm drinking First Form Nutrition Reds. It's, beets and, red vegetables. And a scoop of Run Everything Labs pre-workout, which I sell to the shop. A Porsche. I didn't buy the cheap one either, man, and I have two of them next to the Range Rover. Scully. Yeah, I talked to Scully today. Yeah. Scully retired for the most part. Scully has a farm. I'm not selling Swinney stuff. I'm not sure if Justin is still producing, having stuff made. I talked to Justin last week. Justin's been putting stuff up on Champ Nutrition's or Champ Training's Instagram page, so you can see him and talk to him. I'm selling Run Everything Labs. I've been using their stuff for years. That's Rob and Dana Lynn Bailey. And if Justin goes back into that and starts doing that, I will fucking definitely use and sell Justin's stuff. I have a Cayman S, the sport model, and I have a Panamera S, the sport model. I was gonna buy a GT4 because I really like the Cayman. Like it's a driver. Now I was looking at GT3s, but then all this COVID shit happened, and we started farming, like small scale farming, but legit food production. Like I've just changed everything we've been doing. I bought a brand new TRD Pro Tacoma, traded that in for a TRD Pro 4Runner, and I just bought a TRD Pro Tundra that I take delivery of next week. Adding the house to the shop. We've done a lot of stuff, man. We're building some tiny homes right now. Actually, we are not building tiny homes right now. We are about, I keep saying we are building. We are about to build some tiny homes. Why are we doing that? Because if the power truly went out, I can heat and cool those little tiny houses easier. Yeah, that's Robert, exactly, man. Exactly. And I like that fucking GT4, man. I think that thing's just, it looks fucking tough. And you won't, if you take it out and you smash it, I'm not going to be as hurt smashing that car as a GT3. And I drive those cars. Like I've had my Cayman literally in the air. Not like unloaded the suspension. Like I've had the car off the fucking ground. Customer for years, always worth the wait. Toxic Typhon. Fubo, what's up? What are you waiting for, man? I've got some toxic shit on the ground here. Yeah, the mid-engine, that's the key, man. Am I out of stuff here? I need to place more orders since I got rid of all my debt except house. Planning a Bronco. Good for you, man. Good for you. If that makes you smile, that's the truck to get then. Stacked up some Typhon toxic stuff over the years and just started falling for the highlighter yellow. We don't do a lot of highlighter yellow. Any of you guys, I'm amazed how many people after the fact comment about stuff that don't during the feeds or stuff. But where I tied that in and pulled this through, as soon as this hits here and it stutters, it'll pause, but your hand will keep going and it will slide and cut you to the bone. So be aware of that. Wait for that pause and then pull it through. Don't let it slide through your fingers. When I say cut to the bone, I mean it will literally cut you to the bone. Spring Hill, next time I come up to the top of the shop again. Right on, man. I like the 80s, late 70s. Yeah, those are expensive, man. Extreme adventure vehicles. I want to say they redo the Broncos. If you weren't extremely busy, I'd send off my old Louis Vuitton wallet to be repurposed. I have a lot of Louis Vuitton. There's some videos out there. I've done quite a few bags where we cut the Louis Vuitton stuff up and use them as trim. I also do some hybrid stuff between leather and like multi-cam black with Cobra buckles. I'll usually start Saturday morning and kind of talk about it on a live feed. And then I'll do some partial live feeds building it, and then I'll auction them those evenings. What I'm doing right now is we have a machine that actually makes this webbing. Folds it over, sews it, applies a strip of tape to the bottom. So I'm going back over now and throwing the colored thread in here. This guy ordered toxic thread on this black. This will be a dog color. When we do contrast color thread, it's literally, it's 2 if not 3 times the amount of work. We don't charge enough for it, but man, it looks good. I'm the guy that always begs you to make watch rolls. None of my watches fucking fit in watch rolls, man. Like none of my Hublots, none of my, they all have deployment clasps on them. Oh, the watch band, we'll probably do the watch band soon. It's just like this. I have to build it all by hand. I showed the watch bands in on some Instagram posts the last couple weekends. I've been making a point to put on a different watch every time we go out on the weekend. I have leather with deployment. It's like hornback alligator. So my boy gave me the watch band that's on my Panerai. If I was going to buy another watch right now, it'd probably be a Carbotech Panerai, or maybe a black and blue Rolex. I just, every time I go to look at Rolexes and I put them on, they're so fucking small. And I don't even have big wrists. Any way to get in touch with you besides Facebook? You can email me through the website. Yeah, Rolex, you were fucking right about that, man. If you want to have a watch you just wear on the weekends and be able to fucking sell it for exactly what you paid or more, Rolex. Like, there's so much bullshit going on with Rolex right now. You buy a Rolex, they're not even giving you the ownership cards. It's like having an option on the brand new GT3s. There's fucking car companies come out with new cars, and you have to have owned a previous one to be able to own the new one, and then they invite you to own it. That's how I need to do shit. Yeah, they resell for $9,000, sell out that day, resell tomorrow for $27,000. Yep, I'm right. I'm with you, buddy. If you're looking for pre-owned shit, check out Nashville Watch Sellers on Instagram. Yeah, Ferrari's like that. Ferrari's like that. Porsche somewhat when you get in the higher ones. Visited IWC factory in Schaffenhausen a few years ago. It was very interesting to see how. Man, you should see some Philippe Patek. They tune some of that shit by ear. Little ladies, little old women, hand polishing. I have a video, we were at Roman Times, we had $2 million worth of Patek watches out while we were there. That dude those guys are super awesome. They were super, super cool. And we only had like 3 watches out. I was on the Rolex list last year for 4 months to get a Rolex sub. Buy pre-owned. Now we're getting into real dogs. Tuning by ear, what they tuning for? Great to see handmade. They're tuning by how they fucking jewel polish these things by the pitch. Cobra D-ring belt, yeah, that's a real belt. Fucking definitely a real belt. I wear a low profile every day. My dogs have D-ring Cobra collars on, and that is the exact same as a D-ring Cobra belt. It's just for a dog. Lovier. Kangles, red and Kangles, man. Cane Corsos are great dogs, man. That's what I thought we were going to do when we put the fencing in. My intention was Cane Corsos. They have separation anxiety. I need an animal that is not like a pet. We're not even going to socialize the dogs. They're going to be in the back, and when the property's up, we're going to kennel them up. We have really big kennels. We're going to kennel them up, and we're not going to bring them out to play with people. Like, when you come on the property when you're not supposed to be, these dogs will literally fucking eat you. They are bred to kill bears and wolves, and they hunt as a pack. There's some great videos on YouTube about Kangles. You should check them out. Even if you don't give a shit about buying one, you should look at them. It's very, very interesting. Cane Corsos are very, very protective of the family, but the separation anxiety is a big thing, because I need them to be happy to be guarding when we are not present. All the new M4 rigs come with Velcro. Yes, and it's not just Velcro on the back. Behind the 1.5" hardware are 1" loops. You can cut the 1.5" hardware off or leave it. It just kind of sits there. You could zip tie it down or something. I would cut it off and then put replacement hardware, 1" buckles on the 1" loops, and then you can clip them in on the rigs. That's why we built them, and they're spaced the way they are. There's also loops on the side, so you could. We're adding some more. I shouldn't even say shit about it. We have a scalable rig coming out. It's a little tiny rig. It goes on your front cummerbund or replaces your front cummerbund flap. And there's some radio pouches and mag pouches that are going to go with that. Those will go onto the sides of the micro rig so that you can make your micro rig larger. And then if you wanted to go back to shoulder straps for our H set, you just put 1.5" replacement hardware back on the loops where you cut the original hardware off. No one cares shirt. Yeah, I guess I am. Yeah. Here goes. I've only seen one video out of the last 100 videos Jack's make. I've only seen him wear a shirt that wasn't ours one time. I talk to Jack pretty frequently. We're gonna do a deal like Jack does out here. Nicole does one at her place. It's kind of like TSP East. We're gonna do something like that here, and we're looking at lodging and we're gonna put some outhouses in, not like outhouses, but actual outdoor fucking bathrooms, outdoor showers, kind of community. The tiny houses, we're gonna build them out, bunk bed, squad bay kind of deal, and then a common area kitchen, and then entertainment area, patio, kind of in between them, with hot tubs and shit, hot tub and, you know, fire pits and stuff. Just some place where a bunch of people can hang out, as well as having the ability to Airbnb. And eventually, I want a 85-foot fire tower, because we want to mount cameras on it, but I want to be able to Airbnb it, which I really don't give a shit if anybody ever rents it, but it'll be our people, you know. Past 3 mornings here, and it was busy day, so have a great, yeah, be safe, man. What machine is this? People ask me that as though they know, and you probably do. This is a Conso 206. There's 52 sewing machines I have, and I have Singer, Juki, Pfaff, Nakajima, High Lead, Juki, Seiko. I have every brand sewing machine there is, and really 85% of them are all Conso 206s, even though they have a different brand name on them. Stick building and going ship. No, shipping containers are a terrible idea. I have shipping containers here. If you build, there's no reason to build a shipping container home, because you still have to frame it out, and you're limited by 8 foot by 8 foot or 8'9" tall, 40 feet long. There's some longer boxes out there too where they've welded on. You can get there's other boxes coming in that are longer, but you're going to frame it out 2x4, so you lose 8 inches, and then you're going to skin it so you lose 8, 9, 10 inches out of the inside box. There's no reason to do it. You can still fucking shoot through them with a high-powered air rifle. You can't. There's not a lot of advantage to doing it. By the time you do it, it's way cheaper to stick build. So we're doing portable cabins, and you can get them 16 feet wide or 14 or 12. And they do them 40 to 56 feet long. They do some that have roofs and they come up in a gable, right? All kinds of shit, Amish built. But we've got some guys that work here that we're gonna build them. We're gonna build them on skids so we can still move them with building movers. We're gonna 2x6 joists every 12 inches. We're gonna 2x6 frame the walls. Steel siding on the outside. Steel ceilings, lofts, you know, for storage. We're just gonna build them. And by me, I mean not me. I'm gonna oversew this twice for this guy. It's not really popping on this ATAX. I want it to pop a little brighter. You know why I sew that fast? Because the machine won't go any faster. I have 2 on the property right now. Septic just came out. We got our state permit for our septic. putting a septic system in over there that's 3 times larger than what they said, so that we won't ever have a problem adding more in. I don't know how that looks. It looks like shit to me because the screen protector on here, but pay for gear. I show them vids of John working. You guys have a misconception that I work hard. I don't work hard. I work a lot. And I have to say, I've got some guys right now. I sent them home an hour or so ago, and had I not said something, they would have been here till 9 or 10 o'clock. Like, we have crew right now that is really, really good. My lack is sewers, girls, you know. We've done a lot of shit on the property lately. These guys have really done a ton of shit. When people ask me why I pay, so that's cool. I'm planning to stick building. COVID. Not really. I am not at all fucking concerned about catching COVID. Did you see Ron Paul came out and said that COVID was, for the most part, bullshit and it was all fabricated, and they've been giving tests that they knew gave false positives, and that he heard Fauci say that it was all bullshit and all kinds of shit. Ron Paul fucking said that. Had a video yesterday, day before yesterday, and then yesterday on camera had a stroke. When I saw that video, I said, they're gonna kill him. We have processed quite a few chickens. They're huge. I have chickens so big we had to put them in turkey bags. I have chickens so big that we had to cut the wings off of them because they wouldn't fit in small turkey bags. Oh, that's Amanda saying this. That's what I think. I think they gave him a stroke. It is very cumbersome to do a live video on YouTube. For some reason, it does not show the comments. I have to constantly touch the screen, and it does that on my phone. It does that on the iPad Pro. It does not. I don't know why it's fucking like that. There's a bunch of belts that just got done before everybody left. There's a bunch more We the People pouches. There's Patriot Day bags. Here's Coyote Hydros, a whole bin of them that just got done. Daughter-in-laws. I've seen patients that passed listed as COVID related and they died of chronic congestive heart failure. Yes, heart attacks, car accidents, influenza, everything. Gunshot wounds have been listed as COVID. Jose, fucking good week, man. Great week. Here's some multicam hydros. Here's some H sets that we'll box up. These are all orders here, ready to ship. These are all boot bags. Here's a ton of toiletry bags. Tool pods. We have a lot of aprons. We never have aprons. Here's more slings that just got done. Black and gray single points. Here's slings that were made this week. We made every type of sling that we were out of. These will be gone come Monday. Grocery bags. A few micro rigs. We were building 24 to 36 micro rigs every day for the last 9 months. We haven't run micro rigs for, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks now. All right, guys, I'm out of here. We will do a Facebook Live at 9 o'clock on the SOE Facebook page. Thanks for bullshitting with me.